Hi, this is Keeping It Real with Jackie, and since I am keeping it real, as always, last night I went to bed, and I woke up, and what happened was, I went to use the restroom, and next thing I know, I'm laying in my hallway, and I'm passed out with all my family surrounding me, screaming, "Do we call 911? She's not responsive. What did we do?" And it was the scariest thing in the world because I heard them, but it sounded like muffled. My hearing is like it was clogged. And I had tunnel vision where I could only see forward, I couldn't see on the sides of me. And I fell so hard that I bit down on the inside of my mouth, and now my bottom lip is swollen up as if someone punched me in my mouth, and it's very painful. And when I went to the hospital, the doctor told me that I was in the beginning stages of pancreatitis, which I had in 2006. That was the last time I had it. That was 11 years ago. And apparently my dietary habits lately and not drinking enough water attributed to that, and stress, can be a factor. And like basically it's all about taking care of yourself and your health. And also I was dehydrated, and I didn't even know I was dehydrated, which is also the crazy part. I had no idea I was dehydrated. And when you have pancreatitis, it's a scary thing because if they don't catch it in time, it can kill you. My levels were 36 points over the normal range. And the reason I'm not sitting in the hospital right now is because state mandate insurance requirements is that it be at 180 levels to be kept in the hospital, but mine were only at 96, which means it was in the beginning stages. That in a day or so, a couple weeks, I could have been in severe pain. And it's crazy how I was having a good day and I was in a good mood, and I don't know, the whole day was going fine for me, and then all of a sudden, boom, a switch went off inside of my brain. The doctor said I lost oxygen, which apparently I found out something new can happen when you have severe abdominal pain and you go to the restroom, or if you vomit, like you have as she said, a vein restriction around your neck that shoots down your side. And apparently, like if you're vomiting or if you're sick and going to the bathroom, that you can apparently pass out, And my mom and dad was scared that I had a seizure. They thought that I might have had a seizure, and they said the crazy part is the last time I had a seizure, I was 6 years old. So my mom was freaked out, and I was so out of it. Like, I was talking to my mom after, and I'm like, something's not right. Something's wrong. I don't feel well. Like, I need to go to the hospital. So my mom took me to the hospital last night, and, they did some blood work, and you know, all the, you know, they even did an EKG on me, and my heart rate was great. You know, my heart was pounding because when you're dehydrated, your heart is trying to overcompensate because the blood is made up of water. If, you know, and if we don't have enough water in our system, that means we're not getting enough blood flow to our hearts. So this is the reason I'm doing this, is because a lot of people need to know, if you have pancreatitis, if you have stomach issues, get checked. If you feel a certain way, if you faint, go to the hospital. You know, if you're dehydrated, you know it. I was eating a lot of ice lately, and everybody was like, why are you eating so much ice? You never did this before. Now I know my body was getting severely dehydrated. So that's why I would crave ice. And what's funny is, on Monday night, I kept saying, I feel cotton mouth. And I kept saying, I feel extra thirsty. I felt cotton mouth. And the whole weekend I felt like my body was warm. Like I was sweating and everything. And now I know, you know, it was all a build up to this. So I go to my doctor's tomorrow, and what I'm going to do is, you know, see what they say. I'll probably end up having to go to the neurologist and the gastrologist, you know. And I'm sure they're going to want to rule out a seizure. And so just everyone, please pray for me, and hopefully everything works out. You know, it's another thing that has put me out of work. So this time my family's like, you know what, your health comes first, and, you know, we're just worried about you. So we'll see what happens. Have a good night.